YouTube, what is up? It is Justin with JM Naturescapes. I have been incredibly busy with a ton of life projects, and I am here to share with you the incredible, magical dark skies of Beaver Island in Michigan. This place just received the 20th designation for an international dark sky sanctuary, and I could not be more excited to share the magic with you. I hope you enjoy these next few videos, because quite frankly, I have no plan on what I'm gonna do to film all this stuff, but I want you to see the island and experience it with me. So real quick, let's check out this tiny little airport. This is a terrible lens to do this on because it's so wide. Can't really show you all the details of what's back there and whatnot, but wow, just way back there. Tiny little airport, and I'm very thankful to Island Airways for giving me a nice little loaner car that will work perfectly for the weekend. So, Miss Wilkie, thank you so much for that. Here we are at Beaver Island Retreat, the premier Glampground of Beaver Island. And I just want to show you guys how awesome these tents are that we're going to be staying in. Check this out. So here's the exterior. And here is the kind of area that they've set up for us. A little fire pit here. Got some nice little chairs. In the shadow there, you probably can't see it very well, but there is a campground, or not campground, a picnic table all set up. And we got the little grill right here. Then we got everything else right here. Make this a little brighter for you. Let's see, boop, 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 boop. There we go. There's a kind of a pan heater here. And I'll show you guys the main area as well, because that is awesome too. Little bench. This is the interior of the tent. This is the tent here. Amazing. Unzip this. Little bug net there. Just look how awesome this is, guys. Beautiful. Just beautiful. All this stuff included. Bar soap, cotton swabs, all this stuff. Alright, so here is the time-lapse area that I'm kind of thinking of for night one. Is I'm going to get nice and low here. And I'm going to use these concrete paths as kind of leading lines. I'm going to have the tent here on the the left third of the frame. And this nice little window right kind of here is where the Milky Way is going to start to rise up. So it should kind of come up through here and rise here, and then once it gets to about here, it'll start fading away into the twilight. So I'm thinking from probably, I'm going to leave my 6D here that has a 2 battery grip, and I think that should hopefully last about 4 to 5 hours. And I have a 128 gigabyte card, so that should be plenty. But man, I am so excited, and I really would love to come back a little bit later in the summer. So here is one of the Beaver Island lighthouses. This thing is as simple as it can get. Just a plain stick in the ground. Looks like a lighthouse, and it is one. So, looks like we have some houses around the area. Not too bad. Lots of construction going on the island. And man, there's a lot of flies, which didn't think they would be that bad, but good gosh, okay. Yeah, so this is one of the locations. I gotta figure out exactly the orientation I need to be. I know that the Milky Way is gonna come up over here. So my usual go-to thing is if the Milky Way is gonna be at that kind of 45-degree angle, it'll divide the kind of screen in half, or the shot in half. So this will probably be something like this, and the Milky Way will kind of cover the sky. So the other thing I'm thinking is I would love an awesome 50mm shot with the core in this. What's that? So I'm just not sure. So a couple concerning things. I'm seeing all these lampposts, and I'm really not sure if they're going to be on or not tonight, because the island really isn't, like, I guess active right now. Like, it's not tourist season, so I don't know if they're even going to turn on or not. But if these are turning on, it's probably going to ruin the shot that I have planned for. So the only thing I can think of is maybe during blue hour, I might be able to get the shot before the lights turn on, which might be okay. Which would be great, in fact. But I'm really digging a 50mm core shot of the core just coming off of the lake. I think that's going to look awesome. All right, so here's kind of my ideas for the compositions for this particular location. Obviously I have a panoramic idea in mind. So I'm gonna come here and I'm gonna take a full 180-degree pano, at least 180 degrees. And then I will then composite the Milky Way in that I will likely shoot at a different location because I just don't want all the lights potentially to be here and all the houses here as well. So I'm gonna take the sky shot somewhere else, but I'll have my foreground here. So then, before I take the pano shot for the sky, I think what I'm going to do is these really nice tight in 50mm shots of the lighthouse here, and then I'll probably move to the other side to get away from the streetlights if the streetlights are a problem to shoot the core at 50mm, and then I might do a couple 28mm, maybe like 4 or 5 shots in portrait orientation, just kind of going across for both the lighthouse and the sky. Not exactly sure if I'm going to end up doing that or not, but it does kind of look out nice with the way that I'm framing it on photo pills, but I'm just not entirely sure. We'll see. $5.65 a gallon, baby. Just walked by the Gus Schmidt Northshore Park. Parked there, and now we're walking up the beach. This is probably going to be, my go-to place for the Northern Lights. Really digging the rocky beach, and great northern views. Can't beat it. We are back at the lighthouse. This is the bay here. Just beautiful sunset colors. We're now toward blue hour, so got the lighthouse over here. Let's raise the aperture a little bit brighter. We got the lighthouse here, so wonder what that darker patch in the sky is. That's kind of weird. Oh, I'm an idiot. That's probably the Earth's shadow, if I had to guess. But yeah, let's get going on these shots. As you can see, the lights are on, so I need to knock these blue hour shots out of the way. Let's get going. Wow, incredible first day at Beaver Island. First night at Beaver Island. Crystal clear skies, beautiful crescent moon, incredible Milky Way. No aurora, unfortunately, but we still have the rest of the weekend, and it looks like we should have clear skies a good majority of it. So unfortunately, it looks like my lens fogged up just a tiny bit during when I was taking my panorama, and I'm likely going to have to take my panorama all over again, which is kind of a bummer. But I'm probably going to end up stitching the panorama together anyways, just to see how it looks. But there is a weird halo around a lot of the stars in a good bit of the shots. So we are now going to head back to the campground and call it a day, a night, whatever you want to call it. So thank you guys so much for tuning in to this video, and I hope you guys watch the next one too.